The guy from the Punisher Squad just showed up at our door. Curtis Hart is his name.
Not because you're Jason fucking Freeman.
Curtis Hart is his name.
Not because you're Jason fucking Freeman.
What kind of incident did you have with Curtis Hart?
Welcome to an episode of Because Liberty where I have this fancy dancy green screen suit, and I am going to make a little reaction video to a records request that I did on I guess it would be a civil case that I was involved in that has to do with a criminal case that I brought to the police's attention last year. So we'll go ahead and just start in with the video here, and if you want to learn more about the background of this, you can just search more of my videos and find out for yourself anything that has to do with Matt Minthorn. That's the malarkey that we're dealing with right now. So
I don't have any more questions.
Okay, cross-examination, sir.
when's the first time we ever had any contact? So really quickly, when I got to court this time, I didn't have a lawyer. And since I didn't have a lawyer, I was able to represent myself. Since I was able to represent myself, I was able to cross-examine the people that were bringing this ridiculous no contact order against me. So you'll get to hear some of the questions that I was able to ask this this pathetic puke, disgusting excuse for a human being that tried to do completely awful things with an 8-year-old. So yeah, I got to cross-examine him. His lawyer, the guy, where is he? Right here? Yes, the guy right there, and right there. The lawyer guy. He really didn't want me asking the questions that I'm about to ask, so probably really sucked for him.
What do you mean, like at my house?
No, the first time ever on any platform whatsoever. When was the first time me and you had any contact?
Just probably last year.
What sort of contact was that?
Objection, Your Honor. There's no relevance here.
No relevance.
Wait, just a minute. Where are you going with this? What are you trying to get at?
Cause for having communication.
I'm sorry?
Cause for having communication with them.
You're saying he knows why you were communicating with him?
Yeah, there's legal. Like I have a legit reason to be communicating with him.
Well, why don't you ask him if he knows why you're communicating?
Do you know why I talked to you the other day?
The other day?
Well, my first question was, when was the first time?
It was last year sometime.
Yes, but under what circumstances, am I wondering? See, to get a no contact order against somebody, you have to have at least 2 points of contact that are not legitimate purposes of contact. So you don't have to have, you have to have a legitimate reason to be contacting somebody. My legitimate reason for contacting Matt Minthorn was because I am the person that brought his disgusting acts to the police. I did the initial investigations into his attempted sex crimes. So, and yeah, there's a couple other reasons why I have some very valid reasons to have contact with this person. So I was asking him if he knew, because I'm just straight up trying to get him to admit to stuff in court already. So that's just point blank what I was trying to do. It's funny that the lawyer knew that I was going to be cross-examining people up there, and he still chose to put Matt on the stand. Great job, dude. Thanks. This is like one of the highlights of my year. Just so you know, like this 99 year no contact order that I ended up getting out of this whole deal, totally worth it just to do what I'm about to do right here. So, thank you.
If he knows, he can answer.
You were there, I'm talking to you, dieting, and you talking to me and your father. I didn't get the questions done.
So you're claiming that I talked to you on a private message? The lawyer just immediately stands up. He's just like, dang it. Dang it. I've got a job to do. It's to protect this creep. Maybe I shouldn't have put him on the stand.
You know what name I was using? Objection. That was happening.
Objection.
Are you currently awaiting trial for any criminal proceedings? Objection to relevance, Your Honor.
Relevance.
I think we all know the background of this. I mean, if he can answer
Especially in
the
this
question,
court.
I think
We all
he
know
came
the
up the
background.
other hearing, but he was, okay? So the answer to that is, I assume the answer to that is yes? You're pending charges presently?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what charges are those exactly? Objection, Your Honor.
Counsel, you put him on, so he's allowed to ask these questions. If he knows the answer.
It's like communicating with a minor or more purposes.
Well, what is that about exactly? Objection.
We don't want this.
Object. Every single thing he says.
So, when we ran into each other at Fred Meyer's, it's your testimony that, what was it that I said to you?
You came up to me and said, hi, you know who I am, and I started to run. And then you told me, and then you asked me how you do, like about fucking your 8-year-old, 4-year-old daughter. And then you asked me a question, how you feel about the upcoming trial.
How do you feel?
And
How do you feel about the upcoming trial?
I'll sustain.
Dude didn't
So
even
it's your
object.
testimony that I ran after you?
absolutely you did.
Sustain. Never mind, dude.
I'm tired of being I'm tired of talking on the phone.
No, that's okay. You're doing fine. Just answer the question. You're doing okay. Go ahead.
Yes, you came up to me in a very, and you went after me in a very with a manner. And you were telling everybody in the store that keep your kids away from me because I'm a sex offender and I want to have sex with your kids.
Okay, real quick, right here, I did not say that he was a sex offender. I said that he is a sex predator. He is not a sex offender yet because he's not been found guilty of his crimes. His trial is coming up. I am quite positive that he will be found guilty because there is a litany of amount of evidence. It's just a ridiculous amount of evidence against this creep. So I didn't call him a sex offender. I called him a sex predator.
And your testimony that I was telling people that you're a sex offender?
Absolutely you did.
Is that a quote? Are you quoting me or are you paraphrasing me?
I am quoting you.
Okay.
He's wrong. Just point that out. I'm just totally winging this. I had no idea I was going to be able to do this before.
So at any point, have I ever threatened you with physical violence?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
How so?
Well, in the video that we watched, you were showing in that video where the man had a handgun in front of a flag and that is very threatening.
How is that a threat to you specifically?
Because I feel threatened because I feel like one day you're going to come to my house or somewhere where I am and use that gun on me and possibly kill me.
Don't you think that I would have done that when this whole thing first happened if that was going to be a thing instead of maybe turning it into the police?
Good question, Curtis. Don't you think that I would have done that? If everybody that thinks I'm so dangerous of a person, because there's not only just Matt Minthorn, it's his whole creepy family think that I'm just such a dangerous person, I carry a gun. Oh no, I hardly ever carry a gun, first of all. But if I was such a dangerous person, none of you people would have heard of Matt Minthorn. Nobody would have known about it. The police wouldn't have known about it. Matt Minthorn's parents probably would have just been like, where's Matt? Where's Matt? We're all worried about Matt. Everybody would have been worried about Matt. Because nobody would have known what he did. But I'm a law-abiding citizen. What I do isn't against the law. For the most part. I turn people over to the police. I don't just go out, take them out back and hang them like I feel that they deserve.
Doesn't that seem kind of irrational?
I don't know. You just showed that and you showed the video with you holding the handgun that threatening to myself and my entire family.
How many of my videos have you seen?
I've seen I've probably seen a couple of videos.
Have you ever seen the beginning of the videos? Have you ever noticed that that introduction is in all of my videos and has been for over 2 years now?
Yes, because I watched the video the other day and it's the same thing all over.
So you see a video that's been out for 2 years and you take that as a threat to you specifically?
Absolutely I do.
Okay.
Yeah, he's what I would call a not bright individual. I don't understand how somebody could see a video that has been out for 2 years or so and decide that it's a threat against them now. Like, makes no sense to me, but apparently it does make sense to some people. Again, I had no idea I was going to be able to get to do this, but I had no questions prepared. It was just off the top of my head.
So,
Wish I could think of. Wish I knew I was going to be able to do this. Judge over here is like, questions?
when I asked you if you knew who I was, what was your response?
I ran away. That was my response.
I was asking about like a quoted response as your response to me. Like, what did you say in return when I said, "Hi, Matthew"?
Absolutely not, because
Absolutely not. He says that he didn't say anything to me, but we had a tiny little conversation before he took off. I said, "How's it going, Matt?" And he said, "Pretty good." And I said, "Do you know who I am?" He's like, "I don't think that we've ever spoken before." And I said, "Yeah, we've spoken quite a bit. But when you spoke to me, you thought that I was an 8-year-old girl." Boom! He immediately knew who the fuck I was. And then he immediately turned around and bounced. Just saying.
I did not say anything because I ran away. And I went because I went and I was afraid of you. I knew you would kill me. I knew this thing was going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely going to be on
All
YouTube.
the other videos.
For sure, dude.
And
Pick the wrong kid to school with. You're definitely going to be on
Do you think it's okay to
Ever.
message 8-year-olds and try to have sex with them?
Objection.
Objection.
You don't have to answer.
You don't have to imagine
I
that.
think that's about it now.
Okay, you can step down.
You can step down now.
Do you have any other questions? No. Step down.
He's like, do I get to do this again after I go home?
Quiet next to this.
Look, there he is. There he is. That's him right there. Right there we go. That's him. That's his creepo dad that looked at me like I'm some kind of asshole because I'm pointing out what his son got caught doing. He's over here acting like his son didn't do it, but he knows what kind of evidence everybody has against him. Like, it's gotta suck for him. I'm sure it's gotta suck for the family. But you know what? I don't like this family, specifically because they're covering for their son. It's not like they're like, oh, my son's a piece of shit, dude. He needs to get into counseling. Like, we need to fix this. How do we fix this? Instead, he's like, oh, no, not guilty. So, that's why I don't like the family specifically.
Matthew Minthorn.
Bunch of rich, disgusting humans.